we're outside of the
Manhattan Theater Club.
But it's the New York City Center.
Yes.
It's their off-site location.
We're about to see Cradle and All.
And from what we know about the show, it's about a couple who lives in Brooklyn, and there's a baby that won't stop crying.
And it keeps them awake.
I like the posters of the baby crying. It's very... You know what? Manhattan Theater Club always has good posters for their shows.
Yeah.
They really do.
I don't really like babies, though. I don't think that they'll say Cradle and All in the show because that's a weird thing to say.
I wonder if they'll actually show the baby or if it'll be like a baby doll.
I think it'll be... They'll just be like, shh, and they'll be like, shh.
Yeah. Let's go inside. We'll see you at the intermission. The show so far, it's a couple, a young professional couple in Brooklyn. One of them wants to have a baby, and the other one is hesitant to have a baby.
The first act opens incredibly strong. The dialogue is pithy, frothy, and incredibly contemporary. And then it devolves into an argument, which turns into a monologue, which goes on for a bit too long. I don't know, the second act ends...
What? Oh.
I think she said it was terrible.
Yeah, a lady just walked out, she said it's terrible.
I think she walked out of the show.
Yeah, she did. I'm going to reserve all of my real judgment until after the show. I have a feeling the second act is either going to make it or break it for me.
Yeah, I'm teetering right on the precipice of loving it or hating it, and I'm eager to find out where it goes.
Let's go back in because I kind of want to hold judgment until after the show.
I agree. I mean,
although somebody obviously made up her mind because they left halfway during the show.
Yeah. All right, let's go find out.
Basically, the show in a nutshell is two different couples live in the same apartment. One do not have children and they want one. One does have a children and they're regretting having a child.
First and foremost, I don't like the breeders coming out on top. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of reproduction. But that's just me personally.
I have to give credit to whoever is in charge of making the clock on the oven work because it started off at the right time, and then when it goes to the other apartment, it's the right time. It's really a nice detail. I really like the clock.
Because the acts take place at the same time.
The same night.
You just see them unfold separately, obviously. I'm not a big fan of applauding sets, but this is one show where I feel like the set deserves an applause because the set is a real character.
A real New York apartment.
Well, it opened up and you said, I remember the first thing you said was...
Nobody has an apartment like this in Brooklyn.
Yeah. It's not a phenomenal play, but it's not an awful play. The second act definitely was, I felt, was better than the first, but ultimately... It doesn't really do it for me.
Both Marie Dizia and Greg Keller do outstanding performances. They seem to be very, very naturalistic. They're great in their performance. The script is the weakest link of the entire show.
Yes.
While I'm sure that it's a great show for some people, I would have to say a yellow light.
I have to say yellow light as well. I'm almost wholeheartedly indifferent to it. And that had more to do with the subject matter than anything else.
Cradle and
All.
They did not say it.
They never said it.
At the New York City Center by
Metro
by Manhattan Theater Club. As confirmed non-breeders, we really can't relate to this. It's like giving an Eskimo a crucifix. They're going to use it for a hammer.